Anyways, I got no money though, so I run into this there's this black homeless dude, and I'm talking to him. I don't know how I don't remember how he met, but he probably just noticed I was just this wayward, coked out weirdo, and he just took me under his wing, and we went on a walk. He talked about the Holy Spirit with me. He wasn't he was a homeless guy. Obviously, he's probably smokes crack, but. Yeah, then he's like, nah, I'm not gonna get a beer, but I'll get you whatever you want at the store. So he buy a homeless dude buys me some coffee and a candy bar, and then we just chill on this stoop. And then all his homeless friends come up. They start smoking crack around me, and I'm just sitting there watching it. And it's I didn't ask for any crack, but I'm if they offered me the crack, I might hit it. I don't know. This is that's how bad this shit. But no, thankfully, no one offered me any crack.
Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist.
Oh, he's paranoid. All right, so it's been a little while, man. You just came back from New Orleans.
Yes.
So I thought, why not celebrate your New Orleans trip with a thick vampire variety smoothie sour. That's right. It is a thick vampire variety. I have no idea what flavor this is. It just says vampires. And, New Orleans, the land of ghosts and voodoo and witches and probably some
tarot
vampires
cards
as well.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a vampire there. I watched a thing on it. There's a guy who goes around through the Bourbon Street, and people swear that he's been around for 350 years, and they're yeah, he's always dressed in some kind of trench coat.
Is he a big fan of Interview with the Vampire with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt?
I don't think he has a TV. I'm not sure he's aware of television. He only comes out every 50 years or so. I don't know if that, he's had enough time to go to Best Buy.
I don't know if you remember the Anne Rice novels. They're pretty famous in the 90s. The vampire Lestat.
She related to Condoleezza Rice?
Actually. And Old Ben. I don't know. But there was always this thing about her books were so popular because the vampirism was actually an allegory for homosexuality, and that really it was one vampire would bite the other one who's really making him gay, and that's the whole thing. If you just changed biting with gay,
sure, I've heard
then
that.
That's exactly.
I've heard that with pedophilia too. If you get diddled as a kid, then you become a diddler. So we're gonna have
that's pretty good.
That was kind of what P. Diddy. He was the vampire. And,
Diddy, man.
Let's not talk about Diddy. I've had a complaint. We talk about Diddy too much.
We do? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Comedy Simp, back with the Spectrum Twins, Rob Conroy, Rob C., Stephen Michael James, and it's been a few weeks since I saw you last. We did the pod, and then you went on a trip, man. So... You went on a journey.
It was a trip.
It was an experience. So, we talked a little bit before in the past. You've gone to Austin, Texas. You've gone to L.A., San Diego. What was the whole thing? How did this whole thing come about? Whose idea was
Wes, bro.
Yeah, Wes. Shout out to Wes Brenner.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you gotta come out, man. Come to the next Skankfest.
Wes Brenner, shout out the West Side Stories podcast. Still in San Diego, right?
Great podcast. When he's got 3 mics and 2 of them you can't hear. It's when he's got the one mic that actually is connected, it's great pod.
Yeah.
So
he just hit you up one time?
I mean, he hits me up every year. Yeah. He's like, come volunteer, dude. And he'd always hit me and PJ, and PJ's not doing that.
Yeah.
And then, and then finally I was just like, I've been going on a lot of trips trying to get back into comedy. So I hit him up when I was in San Francisco and I'm like, hey, is Skankfest still a thing? And he's like, oh, it's already passed the sign up, but I'll ask. And then he was like, yeah, let's do it. She said yes. So, which by the way, when I got there, this is such a Wes thing. When I got there for the sign up, we were 2.5 hours late because Wes was late. And he came with this girl named Honey Bear. She's like got pink hair. She's a super fan of all comedy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, total comedy groupie.
Yeah. This is
In fact,
my kind of gal.
I don't know. It was like some comics she didn't. She knows all the comics, but so this guy was like low level because she was telling me she didn't even know who he was. But he was trying to get her to the hotel, and she was like, if I wasn't with you and Wes, I might have gone. But then he was being too pushy or something.
She was down for the clowns.
Yeah. Definitely. By the way, chuckle fuckers. Personally, I've decided after Skankfest because there's a lot of them there. They're just like they all have OnlyFans. They were like in the boxing ring. They did wet t-shirt contests. Stuff like that. And they're always trying to get more followers and stuff. And I realized I hate chuckle fuckers. Like I don't think I've ruined my being able, like, as I ascend the ranks of comedy and all the chuckle fuckers
now,
come in, I'll just, it's like, it'd be like, like fucking an animal.
You've become the new Adam Tiller. You are just going for perfect tens now. It's like you cannot be bothered by these women who are fans of
they're just,
skanks,
they're just gross. Like, why go after a rock star? What are you doing? You got tits and a pussy. You can get You could get The Weeknd.
Yeah.
You could get like Blink 182, whatever guy who believes in aliens. I don't know, just like anything, but fucking Louis J. Gomez or
they found
Big J. Okerson.
Every OnlyFans girl, they're looking for their niche, and it's like, they're like, here's a bunch of lonely, ugly guys
incels,
that will pay lots of money to look at me naked. So sure,
yeah.
So it was Wes. You said Jake E.T., another comic friend of ours. He went to.
So he got word of it, and then
he invited himself.
Pretty much.
So was it just the three of?
No, because so me and Wes, Jake invited himself, but we were like, you can go. Oh, by the way, though, so the story was Wes was 2 hours late, and then we show up, and they didn't even have my information, so they had no idea that I was going to volunteer. Luckily, they're like, it's Skankfest, and they're a clusterfuck.
Yeah, they're like, whatever.
So that's kind of what Jake did too. He just showed up, and they let him on. So basically. I'm sure I can give this secret to our 50 viewers. Yeah. Because it won't ruin the thing. But if you just show up, you don't even have to like they want people there. Yeah. And there's like enough volunteers that there's extras. I'm sure some volunteers probably didn't even do anything. They just wore the volunteer shirt and just watched the shows. So they want all hands that they can get. So
what is what's kind of the price that how much money did you have to spend to kind of, did you pay for plane tickets? Was there a hotel,
plane ticket was like $600. Yeah, I got so I had to get 2 nights of a hotel that cost like $500. Then the rest I was like going with
I don't
Wes.
know, like finding a hotel that late,
Well, me and Wes found like the shittiest place, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But it's called, I forgot the name of it, but it was really shit. Like it was in the hood. The day that I was there was this like black trans prostitute, and like she had an Instagram following. She's like, this place so ghetto, they try to kick me out. But like, and then I walked by her saying, hey man, get out of mine. Like she said, get out of my video. Yeah, and like, but she was like, don't ever come to this place. They ghetto as hell. And so that was kind of the vibe there. But it was the rooms were like 100 on the weekend and like 60 on the day. So and that was split between me and Honey Bear because Wes couldn't pay. Wes wanted to sleep in his car. Yeah. So, but we let him come up.
That's awesome.
But so the first night I stayed.
So how long So Wes is flying out of California.
Mm-hmm. And he drove.
Oh, he drove.
He
and then you and Jake, did you fly together or separately?
So I flew. So Jake, I didn't know, but he was meeting a girl there. Oh, not really meeting because she came. She was on my plane. His girl, his new girl toy,
his new
who's married by the way. She's married. Yeah. And has kids there.
There's everybody's poly.
She was going down to New Orleans to visit her kid, her daughter in college.
Oh, she was going down.
And so we actually Jake was staying in the same hotel as her, and we were in line, but she didn't want the kid to know that she was fucking around Jake because she's married. Yeah. So we're in line, and then they're behind us, and we have to pretend that we don't know her. And I'm like, but I do know her because Jake and you just fucked in the Cadillac that you rented because we went to the smoke shop. I wanted to get some stuff at the smoke shop. I'm in the smoke, and I knew they're like, take more than 5 minutes to come back, because it takes Jake a while to come. And I'm like, oh my God. And Jake's like, oh, we're gonna fuck in the car. So I go to the smoke shop.
Jesus Christ.
I'm asking them questions, right? And I'm trying to stall. And there's a guy at the front doing my shit. And then there's like a lady around the back. All of a sudden, the lady goes, holy shit, they're fucking in the car. And then I was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, those are my people. I'll let them know you saw. And then the guy at the counter was like, hey, mind your business.
God, okay, what does this girl kind of look like?
She's like 50. You might see her. She's actually pretty cute. She's like 50, might have plastic surgery or just looks young for her age.
Yeah.
She's 50, but she looks 40. Great tits, saw her nipples. So perfect areolas.
Nice.
Because she had short tits. And that was another thing when I found out, because we didn't know, I sat next to her on the plane. And she kind of was like looking at me and stuff, but she didn't know I knew Jake and Jake didn't know I knew her. And then when I met up with Jake, because Jake didn't fly in until 2 hours later. So I'm just hanging out the airport. Jake flies in, calls me. He's like, yeah, we're down at baggage claim. I meet them and I'm like, where do I recognize this girl? Because I knew it was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, maybe I saw her at the Hidden Door or something.
Mike,
so we're talking. Then she's like, no. She's like, do you recognize me or something? I'm like, yeah. I thought literally it was this chick from the Hidden Door.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I was like, oh no, you were on my plane. And then, and then she was like, kept kind of harassing me. She was like, why didn't you hit on me on the plane? Like, you're so deadpan. And she was like bothered by the fact that I didn't hit on her on the plane.
Wow.
Yeah. And then so like, it seemed like if the night
likes attention.
If the night would have went different, it seemed like because Jake was talking about like Devil's Threesome, which but it seemed like, and then Jake's like, if you get your dick sucked by me, you owe me, not by me, but like by her. So
adjacent.
She was like really So anyways, they had sex in the car. When I came back, the console was all wet. It was. I mean, it was just too intense for me, especially after I got up at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
because my plane ride was like 6 something. So it's like. I wasn't really feeling this,
Well, you know what? Me and you, we can be wild, but Jake is another beast. He is another level.
It's a manic person. It's a crazy person who wears 9 costumes at the October.
Wow. Jeez. So you fly in there, you see Jake. How about Honey Bear? How does she look?
She's pretty cute. She's I think she's like 25. She's when I first saw her,
sounds like she's a hippie type chick.
Yeah, she had armpit hair.
Oh, okay,
She was just changing in front of us, so I saw her tits and stuff, but I actually wasn't that attracted to her. Something about she actually was like, especially if she wasn't a hippie chick. Like she was already cute for a hippie chick, but if she wasn't a hippie chick, she'd probably be like an 8 or a 9.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But I just for some reason I just wasn't. There was something about so even when I saw her tits and stuff, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
It was just like it was like looking at anybody with a dude with their shirt on. Like this person, but she's really nice.
Some of our male comedian
she's really
friends,
sweet, and she was actually like all the comedians love her. She was doing she got the bartending job. She's got like the coveted job. She's really like good at like being just a sweetheart that can like infiltrate the scene. She's actually a good person asset to have on the team. Yeah. And she really balances out Wes's fucking and doing everything wrong and messing everything up.
And so when do you guys meet up with Wes? Because you said you fly in, you see Jake first.
Jake. So Jake and I, he got a hotel.
Yeah.
It was a really fancy place. Then we go out, we have some gator, drank way too much. I'm going to burn through this one. I know Scott Coburn wants to hear about it. But yeah, basically I was like, sick and like wailing in pain in the bed. I don't really, and it's a blur, and I'm pretty sure Jake doesn't know what happened either. That's how, because Jake the next day he apologized, but he's like, whatever my part was, I apologize. So it's like you don't even know what happened. None of us know what happened. But I was just like writhing in pain because we just overdid it way too much, and I was like moaning and stuff. So he's like, you just shut the fuck up or you leave. And I'm like, you can't kick me out. I'm Rob Conroy. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll show you. And he takes my suitcase. And he just like dumps it into the fucking everything. Like I lost my shoes. No. I lost my phone.
Jesus.
Luckily, I didn't lose my passport or wallet. I lost some. Yeah.
Is there a lot of alcohol involved? Or?
No. Of course there was. Like that's why I was writhing in pain.
What was Jake drinking?
We had everything. Like, yeah, just vodka. He was drinking vodka.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, just the hotel bar.
So there was no comedy the first day, huh? No,
not at all.
It was just
and then so then I'm kicked out at 3 a.m, 2 a.m, and I'm
and
wandering.
had you already checked in with Skankfest, or was
no? This is like two days before Skankfest.
Oh, okay, so you're settling in.
Skankfest was the check-in was on Thursday, and then Skankfest Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This was Tuesday night. So yeah. You know, we went out drinking, went to the hotel bar, just like shots, straight, way overdid it. The hotel bar was supposed to close and it didn't. So that was weird. It was like this was supposed to happen, but it was bad. And then, so here I am, literally, I leave the bag at the hotel with everything sprawled out, like, cause it's just, I'm still too faded. I'm like coherent now and like, you know, but it's just like, I can't handle this. So I just go outside. I just like literally sit outside in the cold for a while. And I'm like, okay, I got to wait this out. And then right by the hotel. And then I'm like, this sucks. I'm going to start walking around. I want to get some coffee, maybe even another drink because they don't do last call at New Orleans. Really? Yes. Is it anytime? So, but I don't have a wallet. So I'm just wandering around. I fucking find like the homeless district. Oh, and I find a guy who's wandering around too, and he doesn't look homeless, and he's like, "Hey, da da da!" It's like 3 a.m. He's going to Skankfest, and he has coke, and so and I'm like, "Dude, let's go back to your place and do coke." He's like, "Nah, dude." He's like, "But if you want some coke here, you can do some." So I did a little bump. Now I'm like ready to go to nowhere, and so now I'm like yacked out, and I'm just on the streets, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I need like some hair of the dog." So it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Anyways, got no money though, so. I run into this, like, there's this black homeless dude, and I'm like, talking to him. I don't know I don't remember how he met, but he probably just noticed I was just like this wayward, fucking coked out weirdo. And he just like took me under his wing and we like went on a walk. He talked about the Holy Spirit with me. Like, he wasn't like he was a homeless guy. Like, obviously, he's probably smokes crack, but then he's like, nah, I'm not gonna get you a beer, but I'll get you like whatever you want at the store. So he buy like a homeless dude. Buys me some coffee and a candy bar. And then we just chill on this like stoop. And then all his like homeless friends come up. They start smoking crack around me. And I'm just sitting there watching it. And I was like, I didn't ask for any crack. But I'm like, if they offered me the crack, I might hit it. I don't know. This is like, that's how bad this shit. But no, thankfully, no one offered me any crack. So we're just, and he didn't smoke any either. So we're just sitting here and watching.
That sounds like a great song, though.
Talking about the Holy Spirit while a bunch of people smoke crack around me.
It's like a Tom Waits song.
Yeah, and so, and then eventually he's like, all right, bro, I gotta go. You know, I got you what you need. Like, the vibe kind of changes, but
the homeless guy's like, I gotta go, bro.
So I was like, all right, cool. Then I walked around. Then I eventually, the sun came out, and I went back to the hotel, and I was like, hey, room 416, like, we had a little tiff last night. He's like, yeah. He's like, I fucking rounded up everything in your suitcase. It was just all sprawled out. And like, okay, cool. Can you call him? And then, like they call, he doesn't answer. I'm like, all right, give me my suitcase. And then, I don't remember if I had I had a suitcase and a backpack. I don't recall how I got the backpack back. It might've been later. Anyways, eventually had it all, but so I'm like digging through the suitcase, find my wallet and everything, and now I'm just back to the streets. Now I'm carrying a suitcase around, and I'm like extra homeless. And I go to it's not Bourbon Street, it's this other place. I just like chilling. I like sleep by a fountain for a while, and then I go to this restaurant, and I get I don't have a phone still, so I'm just like So I get a shrimp po' boy and a Bloody Mary. And I'm like, hey, man. Oh, and I talked to this girl, too, that just moved there. And we had this, like, great conversation. And I'm like, yeah, I just got kicked out by this guy I came with. He, like, dumped my shit out. And they're like, what the hell? Like, I'm just telling everybody. And and they're all on my side. They don't know their story.
Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. But then I'm like, okay. I was like, I just decided, like, while I'm eating the sandwich, I'm like, I don't know where my phone is. I might never know where it is. It's on the bag. So I got to go to Metro PCS, get a new phone. So I like talked to the guy at the bar, and I'm like, I told him the story. He's like, I can call you a cab or whatever. And then that's what we did. Yeah. And then I ended up going to Metro PCS, spent like 3 hours there, got the shittiest phone. I hate it. But apparently Jake said because the next day, like I said, me and Jake made up or whatever. But they're like, oh, the hotel found your phone, so I'll bring it. So I have my old phone now, it's just deactivated.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, so I had to get this really crappy like $250 phone. So I ended up spending like $750, $800 more than I needed to because like
because a little bit of drinking, you know, a little bit of drinking. So that was the first night.
Yeah.
Night one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And so I haven't gotten any sleep. And then I call Wes, dude. He's like, dude, fuck JKT, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, he's like, but I would never do that. Like, I know. He's like, you get annoying sometimes, but I'm just like, I would wait till the next day and then like cuss you out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, glad you guys worked it out. What was the aftermath like? What was the afterwards?
What do you mean?
Like what'd you guys do? Did you guys start going to Skankfest, or was there still another day?
One more day.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like, I didn't get drunk or anything, but I was like still a little bit like drunk from the stuff before. And then I was like doing the hair of the dog thing because it was just bad. So I was drinking like a beer or something like every hour and a half, 2 hours, just staying, because we stayed out until like 2 the next day. Mm-hmm. We went to a mic. I didn't get to go up. I don't know why. It was the weirdest mic ever. It was on the top floor of this like old place, and like it was there's a mic, and it was like they'd do like 3 comedians and then just a karaoke guy would come up. It was a karaoke comedy mic.
But a hybrid.
Yes. So that was really bizarre. And then I never got to go up. Honey Bear got to go up. She had a great school shooting joke. I was like, cool, that's funny. We love school shootings around here. And so I didn't get to go up. And then, but so Wes had these other friends that one guy had done Skankfest already before, and he brought his other friend, and they drove in from Chicago. And they actually met up with me for a little while, and they're the ones that got me to the makeshift, or the new like $250 room hotel, because that's where they were staying. And so this guy that Wes knew from Skankfest, he brought his like black friend from Chicago, and his black friend was like, he didn't like me. He's like, man, you talk too much. But it turned out he was a black Hebrew Israelite. So we started discussing that, and because I was like, I met some black Hebrew Israelites, and I had a long conversation with them, and they said that when the apocalypse happens and they get to turn all the white people to slaves, that they'll let me be a houseboy. And he's like, no, he's like, you talk way too much. I'm like, but they said it, dude. And he's like, if you with my black Hebrew Israelites, it wouldn't happen that way. So we're just kind of even. But anyways, funny story about him is he actually got kicked out and his badge clipped because he got too high on coke and mushrooms, and he was just hanging out in the green room scaring people.
Oh, Jesus
And I was like,
Christ.
dude, that'd be so funny if he went up to Shane Gillis, and he's like, Shane Gillis, you the white devil. Like, he was just like doing Hebrew Israelite stuff to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Shane would probably be like,
Yeah, and then Wes nicknamed him Izzy because and he accidentally called him Izzy, and then he got mad.
So was this the night that you were saying it was like a satanic ritual?
No, the satanic ritual was on Friday night.
So there was,
and Skankfest, by the way, is a satanic ritual to harvest energy from alcoholic fucking freaks that like will laugh at anything they say. It actually was. They had like, I know it's they're going with the New Orleans vibe, so I get like you can justify this, but there's like these creepy tarot cards they had a tarot card reading booth. And then they had these like creepy like posters where everyone was a tarot card. I sent you some.
Yeah.
So the satanic ritual was it was the naked roast, and I could just this is like a
naked roast.
Yeah, they have to. All the comics get naked.
So are these famous comics that we watch on like
Uncle
Kill Tony?
Uncle Laser was there. Uncle Laser, I saw his penis, not very big, but not very small. I mean, it's like me and Uncle Laser got we're good on the penis size. It's about the motion of the ocean. He's he's got a laser pointer for a penis,
That's how he got his name. Yeah. And plus, he probably does steroids and then,
Yeah. So Uncle Laser, and then what's that guy?
Zach Amico, right?
Zach Amico, fat guy. He was the first. He was painted green. He looked like Jabba the Hutt. He couldn't get out of the couch. He was blacked out drunk too. He's like, he had to read his roast. Like, he's like, and like, it was so phoned in. It was just crap. You're way too blacked out drunk. You're naked. You're green. And then they bring, who's that fucking like big ass fight? He's not even really a comedian, but he's like in the comedy circuit. He's a podcaster.
Jason Ellis.
Yes.
The Australian.
His dick is huge. And he actually was jerking off apparently and popping blue chews to make sure he had like a boner.
Oh my God.
So
yeah,
it was just,
that guy, you know what's crazy is he started it out like super masculine and stuff, and then he was like, yeah, you know, me and my wife, we fuck all these girls, and started bringing all these girls into the bedroom, and then he started bringing guys into the bedroom, and then now he's like, so I'm fucking gay now.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know that's how it works. So like this whole thing. So and then these people are like the biggest homophobes I know. Like Tony's set was literally like, you know who's a fucking retard? Trans people. And then he's like, stop filming my set, you fucking cunt. Like, his set sucked. Like, he totally bombed. And then, but yeah, his literary joke was like, you know who's retarded? Fucking trans people. I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. But
I mean, to not get too off topic, but it just seems like to me that the guys that kind of stay in Texas, they don't grow. You know, they were pretty good about four years
Jason
ago.
Ellis grew. He's a big gay guy.
He grew his dick, you know, with those Blue Chews. So, anyways, Blue Chew, we're looking for a sponsor.
Zach Amigo
so,
thing.
anyways, we're back to the Naked Roast.
Now, the Naked Roast has audience, so it's like those are the panel.
Yeah.
But the Uncle Laser, he was in the roast, but like a lot of the people were like up and coming comics. Some of them audience members. Like I think one of them had never done comedy before, but a lot of them were. But they're just naked up there, and you know they're doing roast jokes, and it's kind of like not that good. Like, and it's some of it's about their naked body, some of it's like pre-written stuff. Not that great. And then let me think here. Oh yeah, so but then Zach Amico's like, I don't give a shit. I would kiss a dick. I would kiss a dick. And then so he literally like kisses one of the dicks. He doesn't even just kiss it though. He like sucks on the tip.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so it's just bad. And so then I'm like literally like this is a ritual. I can just tell like the vibe. And so I'm like kind of watching, kind of not. Wes is getting mad because I'm like laying back and closing my eyes. Like I'm not going to subject myself to this. You can. I don't have much of a soul left, and you don't get the rest of it. And then Wes like, wake up, bro. Like, why are you being... So I'm like pretending to watch. But it ends where Zach Amico, he's painted green, naked guy, probably weighs like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And they're playing church music, and the audience waits in line so they can staple gun money to his naked body. And then he takes a shit in his hand.
Oh my god.
And
sounds like a great time.
Yeah, and then the people on the panel were like, if you didn't fucking like that, I hope you die. Like that. It was just the vibe was darkness. And then so then there's the tarot cards, and then the next thing, like the next day, fucking loser Duncan Trussell comes up and he's doing this like he's like getting the audience to like he's like everybody ohm. I'm like, yeah, this fucking guy like all with his stupid mushroom bullshit. Yeah. And then so they're ohming, and then he's like blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, I'm out of here. This is dumb. Yeah. But apparently, so he's like doing these guttural like, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, he's like, everybody ohm louder together, ohm. And then finally, so I'm like, fuck this. I leave. But apparently Wes, it's the funniest bit ever. Basically, he does that and he keeps him ohm. Then he gets him to say, Hail Satan. And then once they do, he goes, I just got all your souls in my vape. I'm like, that's not really a bit. That's fucking creepy and weird. Like, even if it is, like, even if I think Duncan Trussell knows that he's like doing a spell here, and it's like it's under the fucking the guy.
It's dark magic. It's gay magic.
Yeah,
it's dark magic.
It made me depressed because then I'm like, you know, I knew the politicians were doing this, but not my favorite comedian. I don't actually hate. I hate all the comedians I mentioned.
Honestly, it's a lot of those guys. I'm not saying I dislike them, but like I just don't follow them as much anymore. Just because it's kind of like they all peaked and then now they're kind of on the downslope.
And then like some of me was justifying it. I was like, you know, Steve-O existed. Like, you know, he takes a shit probably on stage when he went up, you know, but it's just like, so it's not, but there's just this darkness to it. And I swear that like they know. And then I showed you the like they did, Big J Okerson and Louis J. Gomez like put on those like fucking Slipknot masks. Yeah. And like that's some shit like that means like your demon is like showing you who it is. You know, it's like these people are fucking I guarantee you that especially the women, some of the women comics, like I guarantee you they identify as like witches. And they go around thinking they're because it's just
definitely Kim Congdon, she does for sure.
So it's just like I mean, and whether you believe in that stuff or not, it just goes to show like what kind of people these guys are. Like they believe in it, and it's like that's all you need to know that these guys kind of suck.
Well, and honestly, it's like fan base too. Like it's a couple. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, the way I think about it is the guys, the main guys, the Legion of Skanks guys, they're pretty smart dudes. They're really intelligent. They're good comedians, but then the people they surround themselves with are lower tiered people, and then they attract these other lower tiered people, and then, you know, not to try and rag on juggalos or anything, but it's kind of like the Gathering of the Juggalos, just the comedy version of it, you know, and that's shitting on stage and sucking peepees, you know, for comedy's sake. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I swear, like, one of them even was like, you retards will, like, laugh at anything we say at this point. And then, so it's like, they're not even doing comedy. Go ahead, do the witchcraft. Just do something, like, it's called a craft, you know?
Yeah.
Like, do something, like, work on the comedy, you know, like brainwash us and cast an evil spell on me to at least laugh. I wasn't laughing.
Give me the laughing spell, huh?
Yeah, because so and also just it's promoting. So I met a guy who he went to Skankfest by himself. It's like parents disowned him. He was probably like 23, 24. Blacked out drunk. He was even like, I'm so comfortable here, watch this, I'll show you. And he like got up and he was just like left, and he came back with like a half a drink. He like walked it, he like snuck into like one of the green rooms and like grabbed their like fallen soldier and came back just to prove to me. But I'm like, you don't need any more drinks, dude. His like eyes are glazed over. But he's telling me the story. His name's Cody, but he's like, you'll never see me as Cody because my real name is my stage name is Mr. Moon. He's like, I love comedy so much.
Mr. Moon.
Yeah, because he moons the audience after each set. Yeah, very funny stuff. And he's telling me like, I love comedy so much, dude. Like, he's so happy that I'm like an open mic comedian. He's like, I really hope you grow. But it's like this drunken conversation. But anyways, the story tells me is this is his community. You know, he just knows it. And I'm like, in my head, this is the last day, and I just like, I didn't want to break it to him that because he's here by himself. Obviously, the guy's like a lonely. Yeah, he's the guy the girls and OnlyFans that are trying to target, and I feel bad. So I didn't want to tell him, hey man, you have gotten suckered into the Satan's lowest form of hell, dude. At least watch rap or something. Like, dude, join them. But so yeah, he's telling me that he drove. He lives in like the Midwest. I think it was Ohio, but maybe not. And the only mic is 2 hours away. So I'm like, when is it? What, once a week? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, so, but listen. And he's like, yeah. So he's like, the first night I went to go, I had my act ready, my mooning pants on. I'm ready to go. Driving there, get a DUI.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, was
the full moon out? I mean,
I was like, bro, you're making all the wrong decisions. I was like, I really want to you need to turn around, dude.
That's the universe telling you, like, don't moon the audience, you know?
Don't do this comedy, dude. He thinks Skankfest is like his people.
Yeah.
But I will say this. For a lost soul like that, they might be your people. Because just like juggalos, they are very communal. Like, the people are nice. The whole place, that was like what I was really struggling with. I'm like, I hate these people because they're evil, satanic assholes, but like everyone that's working for them and around them is really nice. And here's something that I probably shouldn't say, but I don't care because fuck them. And also, I doubt it'll get noticed. But so that my first task, they had these coloring books that were like for the swag. So they had swag bags for all the comedians, sponsors, you know, whatever, whoever helped. They're full of cool stuff. Tarot cards again, like fucking losers.
Stickers, things like that.
Coloring book. It was
Skankfest
like
coloring book.
But so our job was to tear out a page because somebody didn't want this page. And I forget, what's that? Fahim? Do you know?
Fahim Antwar?
No, the last name's Fahim. Fahim.
Oh, Catherine yeah, she's a chick who shows her ass a lot.
So
she used to date Louis J.
The coloring book was which one's her pussy, and there's like 4 labias like above, and she's pointing to which one. And so we had to tear that page out. And the lady that actually like is underneath Christine, who's Big J. Okerson's wife, so she's like the second in command. She's there. She's like, you need to tear this page out, crumple it up, like don't let anybody see it. Like, so I probably shouldn't be talking about it, but fuck them.
Yeah.
Also, who's gonna watch? Who's gonna say?
And what's the point? I mean, like, why hide it? You know?
I don't know. I just kept asking. They're like, we're not gonna. They're like, you just need to. They're literally like, don't ask. Just be quiet. Like, if you don't tear everyone out and it gets like around, I'll be fired. But I'm like, but why? Who doesn't like it? Is it Fahim? Like, who the fuck? And they're like, they're literally like, no, be quiet. And I'm like, all right. So then I'm like, geez, this place, somebody was really mad. Maybe it was Big J Okerson. Maybe he's like, or Louis J. Gomez. He's like, don't show that pussy that I've been in. No pussies that my penis has been in.
Maybe it was Pete Hegseth.
Yeah.
Department of War Secretary.
It was Bill Ackerman.
It was Bill Clinton.
Big Bubba.
So, well, Jesus. So you were there. Handing out the coloring, What?
Not handing it out, tearing out pages.
So just tearing them out.
And then putting it back. Just the one page of the vaginas.
All right. Cool. And interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else happen?
Shane Gillis stole my pizza.
Oh, yeah. So wait,
nice.
Jake posted a lot of selfies.
That
he took
was
a lot of
too.
selfies.
Jake came up to me.
So was
he's
that
like, check this out.
Was it like a private party or something? Or are you guys?
Yeah, there's like, we had me, Jake, Honey Bear, Wes, like we all had access to the green room because we had the certain. It's really weird how I landed these coveted jobs.
Yeah,
because like I was actually guarding the green room elevator and then also the VIP entrance. Most the volunteers had to like either clean up garbage or rearrange chairs, but like for some reason we all got like even Jake got like the coveted job. So we like literally in the green room. I'm like talking to all these people are just like. They're not.
Well,
they
looked at you guys and they're like, these guys are actually the highest quality people at this festival right now.
That's fair.
So
they're
not to give them the best.
They're
jobs.
not the magical like gods that everyone like. Wes was like so like, oh my god, it's Doug Stanhope pissed next to me, and like I was talking. Yeah. So Doug Stanhope apparently like went in pissed and was doing a set, like not a set, but like just cracking jokes. And then Tony Hinchcliffe walks in, and then Doug Stanhope's like, all right, Tony, I warmed him up for you. Like, so he treated it like the urinal was a stage or whatever. And Wes thought that was so funny, so amazing. Doug Stanhope and Tony Hinchcliffe pissed. But I'm just like, these people are just people. Like, it's cool. They're funny, but like, I don't idolize them like you do.
I thought
I'm sorry that I can't.
I think maybe I did when I started comedy, but really quickly I was like,
Adam Tiller is cooler to me than these people.
That's right.
So anyways, so I tell Doug Stanhope is like, I keep seeing him, and he's like the most talky and fun one. So and I've already had a couple conversations with him, and like, oh, I heard you had a great set in the bathroom. And he goes, oh, he's like, I got all these creeper memories that keep coming back. Like, thanks for reminding me of that one. Like, he was like embarrassed by it. So I told Wes that, and then Wes was like, what? Oh man! Like he was like Wes was like afraid that I was going to embarrass him in front of. But I'm like
Stanhope.
Yeah, but like Wes is actually embarrassing himself with just like getting too fucked up and stuff.
Yeah.
But like he's like afraid I'm going to embarrass. I'm like, nah, dude. But and also it's funny too. Though Wes had a funny joke. He's like, if you think about like whose friend was going to get kicked out of Skankfest, was it going to be my friend Rob Conroy or like the Black Hebrew Israelite? And like you never guess. But I didn't get kicked out. I pretty much stayed I stayed sober through the whole thing. I was like, because that first night I was like, dude, I have to make some changes in my life.
Did you do any sets while you're there?
Nope.
No comedy. You just attended, volunteered.
But I think I absorbed, because I watched so much comedy. I mean, I would hang out a lot. I saw like Dave Attell, Doug Stanhope, Shane Gillis, like those are some ones that were noteworthy. Joe List. Yeah. But I was just like
found out today that Joe List has herpes.
I found out that he's taller than me. I thought for some reason I thought he was short.
Yeah.
But Mark Norman's a short one and Joe List is a tall one. I had it all backwards. Yeah. So yeah, I just absorbed so much comedy. So I went to the Hidden Door when I got back. I did a feature set, crushed it. And Keon Larry like came out to me. He's like, dude, that was so perfect, man. Like he's like telling me my trends. He's like, that only years of comedy. He's just doing the whatever the Keon Larry move is. But I was like, you know what? It wasn't years of comedy. It was like 3 days of just Skankfest. That's why I was able to be so seamless. Because like I just absorbed it and absorbed 14 hours a day to 16 hours a day of comedy, or 8 hours of comedy, 8 hours of like shitting in your hand. It was really, I think like the worst was the first night. Because like it got better as that first night. I think everyone was too fucked up, and also the satanic ritual part.
I think being around comedy is good though. I mean, last week I got to see the great Jay Marks.
Where is he? He's supposed
Everett,
to be here today.
I know he bailed on the podcast. He's like, sorry. At least he said sorry, but whatever.
And then he said he's going to continue to bail.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, every week in Everett and every Wednesday, it's actually happening right now. We're missing
Where?
Jack Slattery right
Ooh.
now as we speak.
Megan KD.
Yeah. She's not there, I don't think. But so it's this place called it's a bar inside of a building. So it's really complicated. The building's called the Apex Center. It's like this old building, almost the size of a square block. And then there's like a restaurant inside, and then there's a bar. The bar is called El Cid. It's like this kind of like upscale, like it's like a really nice dive bar. You know, like it's almost like people wouldn't even know it's there.
How much do the drinks cost?
They're a little, I mean, I had 2 cans of beer and it was like $20, you know? But, yeah, so this dude, J.R. Berard, he's like the producer. And so he puts the show on every week. And, yeah, last week it was Jay Marks and Lucy Tollefson.
Beautiful.
Swastik. And straight out of Skankfest, another guy named Corey Michaelis.
Okay.
Who he actually performed. He was actually one of the performers over there.
Guess how much money he made?
Probably none.
100? No, he made $100.
Yeah, $100. That's how much they pay their.
Yeah,
comics?
if you aren't like one of the tops, like everyone like I don't know who justifies that because there's like 2 back rooms. But so I don't know if like Joe List only got 100. I doubt it. Yeah. I guess he's a top. I'm trying to think of like. Anyways, I don't know how, but like there's
Uncle Laser.
Yeah, Uncle Laser probably only got 100.
Yeah, he's probably in the hole. He probably spent more money than all that. Oh shit. Well, Skank. I mean, was it?
Oh well, here's what was nice is it was just like so painful. I wanted to cry. Wes did cry.
Yeah, why did Wes cry?
Because he's a fucking dork.
Was it emotion? Like
it was just he wanted. There's his friend, his like bro, Austin, who fucked Honey Bear. But like, yeah, I met him. He's a really cool guy. He kind of reminds me like he's way funnier than Ari Shaffir, but his stage presence. He doesn't look like Ari Shaffir either. He looks like a skater guy with like long blonde hair, but and like a surfer bum. But his stage presence and his like delivery is like exactly like Ari Shaffir if Ari Shaffir was funny, and like he didn't. I think Ari Shaffir took a shit on stage last year.
Yeah, he actually did too. Yeah, in Vegas. So,
but anyway, so Austin, he was like, I just missed Austin, and I was on too many drugs. Oh, and I forgot about the best part. So there's Skankfest ends at 2, and they keep peer pressuring me. You're not being fun enough. I didn't even get exploring. The only exploring of New Orleans I got was to watch crackheads smoke with me while I talked about the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
and then I was at the venue,
which sounds pretty cool. Actually,
I loved it. Then I was at the venue for the rest of the time. And I didn't get to explore New Orleans at all. And so and Wes kept like peer pressuring me, like, yeah, you're being, and he kept doing all this ketamine. And like I said, I decided like, I'm sober for this. So I'm not doing that. And I told Wes, and like, he was cool with that. He didn't, but he's just like, Rob, you're not as fun as you used to be. And And then Wes started getting really like, every time he did a line, he'd be like, my back hurts. Oh, I got to go lie down. And then he really wanted to go home at 2, but then he's like, no, fuck that. It's Skankfest. This is what I'm talking about, that spell that he put on you. He was like sick and dying, and he's like, no, we got to go to the strip club. Doug Stanhope's going to be there.
Oh my God.
So I was like, bro, I am going home. It's 2 a.m. I've been up. I've literally gotten like 3 hours of sleep 3 days in a row. We've been going to bed at 2 to 4 in the morning every day and waking up at 8. I said, I'm fucking going. He's like, but it's the last day. I'm like, I don't care. So I go to bed. I wake up at 5 in the morning. Honey Bear's freaked out. Wes is, oh my God. Oh, and then he's puking.
Oh,
and no. He's like dry heaving every 4 minutes for 4 hours. Dry heaving. It sounds like the guttural noises that Duncan Trussell's making when he stole our souls.
Oh, it's
he's
a
like,
spell. Yeah.
I'm like, Wes, we got to get you an ambulance. He's like, no. Finally, Wes is like, call me an ambulance, bro. So we had to call him an ambulance. They don't even know what's wrong with him. Oh. They didn't know. I was like, check his kidneys. Ketamine fucks your kidneys.
Yeah.
His kidneys are fine. He didn't have, like, we literally don't know what's wrong with him, but he, for whatever reason, he was puking for like 6 hours straight.
It was the Duncan Trussell
I
spell,
told him not to go out. I was like, dude, you were not. So it was like, what? Anyways, though, yeah, so Skankfest, but it definitely like leveled up my bullshit. I mean, so like ever since I've been back, everything's easy. Work is like, can you say 4 hours late? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. It's at least you're not fucking trying to steal my soul and shitting in my hand and like You know, it's like this is throwing my shit out in the street. Like this is life is a breeze now. Now that the bar has been like raised to such like that was horrible, and now anything that like what I thought was horrible is like now like pleasurable. So that would be the benefit of going to Skankfest is it's such a bombardment of horrible, toxic bullshit that like when you go back to your everyday life, it's toxic.
It's kind of like it's like
a cold plunge.
It's kind of like waking up in the gutter. You know, it's kind of like what. It's kind of like showing you what you have versus what you don't have.
Yeah,
you know.
Show me
I mean, you know, maybe one day I'll take it out. I know a guy down south named Brendan Meeks, and him and his wife, they did some volunteering, and they were like camera people for the wrestling matches. Yeah, you know, and that seemed like it'd be pretty cool. But like
they did a taser thing. They threw a taser in the middle of the ring, and then also Jason Ellis fought Uncle Laser.
Oh shit!
Yeah, beat his ass.
Yeah,
took a blue chew before he fought him.
Oh god. Well, Jason Ellis, I mean, I do know that he has competed in a professional fight of every professional fighting sport. So he's done a professional boxing match, MMA, Muay Thai.
He did take it easy. I mean, he really hurt Uncle Laser, but he obviously didn't go.
Yeah.
People were a little upset by that. They were literally hoping that he would go to the hospital.
Well, yeah. I mean, I watched Kill Tony the other night. I mean, I only watch it maybe once every 3 months, and I mean, not much has changed. It's pretty much the same episode that it's been for the past 3 years. But you know, one thing that I've noticed is it's just like everybody has seen this show enough times at this point. It's like, why don't you have your shit prepared? Why don't you have any good answers when you're doing the interview? It's like,
did you see Jeremiah Watkins' bomb, or not Jeremiah? No. Was it Jeremiah? What's that redheaded guy's name? The redheaded bearded guy, bald.
Oh, that's William Montgomery.
William Montgomery.
Yes,
Did you see his bomb?
See some of that? Yeah. I liked it. I mean,
dude, it was a good bomb.
I'm not the biggest fan of his comedy.
Think he's funny at all, but watching him bomb was like amazing.
Every once in a while, he'll get me with some stuff.
You should put if it's not copyright, you should put a little clip of.
Yeah. The whole thing was he opened up for this TikToker, and this is. All the comedy purists out there, the guys that are older than us, been doing this longer than us, and they hate the change. And I'm just like, I don't really care because
it's easier for us.
Yeah.
If we fail now, we suck.
Yeah.
Which we probably will, and we do.
I mean, I love comedy, but I'm not, to me, I'm not like, oh, Seinfeld and Pryor, they're the top and everything is below. You know, like, I don't care about the traditions, you know, like I like doing
So you are a true skank.
Yeah, I am. I'm a real skank, but I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know, man. I was going on a tangent and I lost what I was saying.
I interrupted.
It had something to do with the Kill Tony thing. Yeah. The Montgomery thing. That's what it was. It's all about selling tickets. And so a lot of comics are mad because these TikTokers are coming to town and they're the ones getting priority booking. And the 90 Day Fiance guy is now doing comedy. And the chick from The Real Housewives is doing comedy. And like people that we know in Seattle, they have to open up for these non-comedians. And those non-comedians are selling more tickets than the real comedians because the real comedians don't know how to market themselves.
Right.
So, you know, to me, it's not even a comedy show.
It's just a show.
It's just a show that people are like, oh, it's a guy who auto-tunes.
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
He's like, and it's 5 million, you know, when I see some of these.
But William Montgomery's jokes were probably just as bad. He was are you a Pacific Islander?
Yeah.
How much could I pay you to have you fuck a girl in the bathtub while I watch? Like, that's not comedy. That's Skankfest shit.
And like you can call girls bitch at the mothership, but once you start leaving town and you're like, yeah, bitch, it's like people don't understand that you're joking. And they're like, he's calling her a bitch.
I didn't call a girl a bitch, but I called a gangster a bitch when I was like, hey, bitch. And he's like, you better stop calling me bitch. And then he like showed his piece. It was like, whoa, dude, I thought it's a term of endearment, man. Yeah.
It's my dad used to call me it all the time, you know.
My mom was a bitch. I thought you remind me of my mom. I'd be shot.
So I don't know if I'll ever go to Austin or kill Tony, but if I did, I would at least know what to do because it's just like time and time again, I watch this. I'm like, how do these people not know to prepare enough comedy for a minute? It's like they have no self-awareness.
They don't care. They just want to get on stage.
Yeah.
It reminds me like when you brought up Austin, you know, I went to Austin with Jake and Danny.
Well, and I think Jake went to Austin after Skankfest, I believe.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he posted some pictures.
Well, the Tony Hinchcliffe one, that was because...
Yeah, but then he was like, I think he went to Austin right afterward. Like, you went home and he went to Austin.
Yeah. It just reminds me that when I was in Austin, I felt like I was in some kind of circle of hell. Like, everyone's there. They're all homeless. They all just desperately... He walks by and everyone's like, whoa, Tony. And Tony sucks. Like, why do you like this guy? And... But he's just like sitting on his throne, his demon throne. He's like, nah, who's next? And these like homeless people that are just like trash people. They'll never, their life is, if they keep doing this, their life's only going to get worse, never better. And he's just like exploiting them. And I felt like I was in hell. And then Skankfest, I see that they're doing rituals. Like, oh, okay. It is hell. This is hell that we're talking about here. This is the wrong path for comedy for me. You know.
So how do we do the opposite? How do we do heaven? How do we make our version a good version of it?
I don't care.
Who knows? Well,
I think meth will be involved.
Yes. Ketamine.
Yeah.
Ketamine and meth. Whoa.
No,
that'd be a combo.
I think, honestly, I just don't give a shit. I really, the Hidden Door, my great set there that was heaven.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to quit comedy again.
I'll have to check that place out. I think they're going to start doing comedy on Mondays now.
Nice. Yeah. I've quit comedy too many times and I just can't quit it again, but it would be fool. It's like, who keeps breaking up and getting back together? That's like what it'd be. But I will say, like, I was really kind of broken. I felt betrayed, like comedy. Yeah. Like I saw a side of comedy, but then I was like, no, fuck that. This isn't comedy. I'm going to do my own comedy. Robbie Schrader even said, you define comedy. And so then went to the Hidden Door. I was like, oh, I love comedy again. So
I'll tell you about something after the podcast. It's even juicier. You guys.
Patreon.
Yeah, on the Patreon. I mean, I think probably maybe January or something. I sent an email to Tacoma about this New Year's thing. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, I signed up.
And then if they like it, cool, it'd be great. If not, whatever. But
I wrote when they said anything else, I said Taylor Clark taught me everything I know, and I'm pretty sure he puts that on, or he started it.
Yeah, so. Maybe I don't know. But I've been writing a lot of stuff, and I think the difference between now and before is I would only write like a little bit, and then I'm like, I'm going to go on stage. Now I'm going to wait until I'm going to.
You're doing the Joe Rogan.
I'm going to have so much material. It's just I'm going to have to edit things out.
You're doing the Joe Rogan approach. Make sure you hump the stool.
And I've been writing like pretty specific types of jokes that I've been thinking like deeper into like what's the message?
You're changing the world.
What's my character? What am I trying to get across? I'm really inspired by people like Johnny Love.
I told you you'd love him.
And who else? I saw somebody else recently that was really funny. Paunch. Yeah, no. Jason McBride, always a big.
Dude, I figured out Jason McBride. He's David Tell wannabe. That's a Jason McBride. Because David Tell, like, the way he's moving his shoulder, he's like, And I was like, that's Jason McBride.
Yeah, the darker, less happy.
Yeah, the one who, exactly. I think they're both sober, so.
And then Brian Fukuda is like the happier, I don't know, he's like the happy Jeselnik or something like that. Because he has the darkest jokes, and
I like it when he bombs and then the old lady's like, not funny. School shootings, not funny.
Where is Danny Trevor John anyways? He was going to do this podcast.
I don't know. I know he's on a no-fly list.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, no. How's he going to go back to Hawaii?
He won't say why, though.
Oh, no.
But all I know is he was at an
there.
airport with his ex-girlfriend, and they got really drunk at the bar. And next thing you know, no-fly list. So
Holy
I don't know
shit.
what he did to her.
Well, any Thanksgiving plans? Going to see the family?
Yeah, I gotta.
Well, your mom and dad, they're not together,
Yeah,
right?
they're gonna be there. It's my sister or her.
Oh,
in-law.
you're doing like a joint thing.
Yeah,
like,
well, it's not even joint. My sister's married, and so we go to her husband's parents' house in Tacoma, and then that's just where we go. Because I guess my families hate each other.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's go to this new family that we don't hate yet.
Yeah.
And so it's like, my mom, me, my dad, my brother, we go to my sister's in-laws. And we're the only ones at the Conroys other than my sister, but she's not.
Oh, dude, you told me your mom got in an accident yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, we were going to do the podcast.
Okay, you can't clip this because I feel like if my mom, she might see a clip, but she won't watch the podcast.
Yeah.
But this is, and she'll be so mad.
All right, we won't make a clip out of this. But
here's
so
yesterday I had to get this message, and it was like freaking me out because my mom called me and like I just talked to her. I actually made a joke.
Yeah.
That I hope it was my grandma died or something, so then I don't have to drive to Granite Falls today. But then I made that joke, but then I hear the message. I'm like, fuck, did my grandma die? Yeah. So, but here's. Wait. So that's.
Oh, dude, that is so freaky.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
yeah.
Like, oh my God, is she getting murdered?
Yeah,
Like,
but luckily I called her back and she was like much better tone. She's like, "Hi, I'm in the ER," and then she's like, "This ER sucks." And then she's back to her old self. She's like, "Okay, cool." But yeah, so the accident must have just happened. It totaled her car. When they did her blood pressure.
So what happened? Where was she? Like?
She was just like driving a commute from. She works in Everett at the school.
Yeah,
and she was like pulled out to take a left or something. And a guy just runs the light and just like smashes into her, totals the car. She like got a big bruise on her hand. She actually looked pretty fine for what it did. She had a little limp, but it was pretty scary.
Yeah, dude.
I blame it on the Skankfest juju. That's another thing. My plane almost crashed on the way back from Skankfest.
Yeah.
Do you know who Felipe Esparza is?
Yeah,
okay, he was on the plane. So if I died, he would have died.
Okay, and that would have been the biggest news.
Yeah,
like, everyone would forget about you. And they're like, last comic standing, runner-up, Felipe Esparza.
I had a good conversation. So I see him
he seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and I dapped him up, and I'm like, dude, great shit. I guess how it ended. My friend Wes is in the hospital, and then he's like, oh man, and then it's like some girls with him, and like, wait, who? Because like 3 or 4 people went to the hospital at Skankfest, so they thought I meant it was one of them, but Wes went after. So we're like, who? Wes so and so? I'm like, no, Wes, you might have seen him. He's like volunteered a bunch. He's not a comedian, or he's a comedian, but he's not like one of your guys.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, and but he you might have seen he's like the dude who's dreads it, and then as far as like, oh yeah, the guy that gave Doug Stanhope ketamine, and he's like, I love that guy. He's like, I hope he's okay.
I love that guy.
And then he gives like so I told Wes that too, and Wes didn't believe me. And I'm like, dude, yes, I saw him on the plane, dapped him up, I had a conversation. These are just people, man. You can talk to them.
Yeah,
especially if your friend
they're not heroes.
Especially if you don't know the worst, they're not heroes. Especially if your friend gives one of their friends ketamine, like you can talk about it. But anyways, so we're on the plane. He's like, yeah, the wind's really weird, so we have to go in a weird way. We're like, stewardesses are like screaming, like the plane is like boom, boom, like it's going like sideways, like fucking the things are opening, like it's bad. But that's not what we're the almost. But I'm like, this is scary, and I'm like literally like, I'm paranoid, I'm crazy. I'm like, this is the Skankfest, witchcraft. It's got my soul.
Damn you, Lewis.
And then so then we finally get under, and I'm like, okay, the ground's getting closer, no more turbulence. I'm like, whew, and then all of a sudden we're like, whoa, and we go back up, and I'm like, no, why are we going up? And then he's like, so we came really close to another plane, and we gotta go at it again. And then so now we're up there, and I'm telling you, we're just circling because this is before Seattle. I had a layover in LA. We're circling LA.
To land, people.
Yeah. Also a very satanic city. Yeah. So I'm like looking down at LA. There's like this one building. It's not any like famous building or whatever, but it's just the way the lights are. It looks like demon eyes and a mouth, and like from where my vantage point. And I'm just like, we're just in there, and it's like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, we're just circling and circling. We're not going down. I'm just like, are we up here for eternity? Like, what is happening? This is so scary. And finally, like, we were up. We really were like just flying around LA in the scariest turbulence and almost crashed, and then came back up, and then we did that again, and for like 35, 40 minutes, like it was just like, and you know, people are like praying, like the ladies next to me, she was, you could tell,
Felipe
like,
Esparza is like, oh
yeah.
So
that was actually the one thing I was like, because my paranoia and spiritual bullshit was like kicking in, but I'm like, hey man, if I die, like, I know that I'm protected because Felipe's here, and like that wouldn't make sense that the fucking witches die too. So yeah, we're good.
He's protected by the ancient Wiccan.
He's the
Celtic.
Aztec. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's definitely Aztec for sure. Or Santeria.
Yeah,
he's the Santeria. Absolutely. We almost about an hour, man.
All right.
Well, what's so we got Thanksgiving, and then December, Christmas coming up.
I guess I could say for just me and Noah and Wen and Marie and some other people, we're going to go on a cruise to Alaska, but it's not till 2007. But we have to pay for it.
2007,
2006. But get ready, we're going on a cruise. That's where I'm gonna make
2027. I mean,
you know what my plan is to I'll be a comedian.
It's not the Burt Kreischer cruise.
I'll be a popular comedian by then.
Would be so, that would be so. Oh man, I know Nick Cody was talking about like wanting to do that one year.
I would kill myself. I'm done with doing. I'm not doing comedy stuff ever again unless I'm performing. I've decided. I'm not going to Skankfest unless I'm performing. I'm not going.
I would make that rule. I mean, it's so hard to be a spectator when you're a performer, right? I mean, let's see. I've been working on my JoJo Blacko impression. I just want to try it out for you real quick. Can I get a hoo yeah, bitches?
that sounded like a. I don't know. It sounded like a white guy trying to. But it's getting there.
I got other black scents that you know.
Yeah.
But shit, I don't know, man. It's probably been.
I'll call it.
It's 59 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
59 minutes.
Let's go.
Get ready, guys, because 2026 is going to be the year of the comedy simp. It's going to be the year of the Spectrum Twins.
Yes.
Honestly, and I will say this, it's a lot of people are kind of taking a break and winding down, not just for the holidays, not just for what's going on in comedy. It's just everybody's just had enough right now. Had enough of Trump and had enough of the news and Epstein and blah, blah, blah. And I just think, you know, we're going to give it some time. Let's pass Christmas and then we're going to get cooking, man.
You're like an Amway guy. You're like, 6 more months and we're going to... okay, let's shut up. I'm doing this. I'm in for the long haul.
What is it? Stay the course. We're going to stay the course.
Yeah, I'm in it for the long haul.
But no, it just seems like there's not going to be as many... It feels like every year around January, there's less people trying comedy for the first time. It felt like that first year I did it.
That's because they're all at the gym.
It was huge, yeah. And then like... every year it's like less and less, and now it's like not the cool thing to do, and so now we're not cool.
Thank God.
But we're gonna keep going.
I was cool, but now I'm not.
Follow Rob Conroy _Inc.
Yeah, I don't have my phone anymore, so I don't remember my login, but I'm gonna get my phone back.
And that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Even Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist. Spitting fire.